An explosive operation. Two teams battle to capture one Pokemon. With the sun streaming down through the trees and the water babbling by in the river, Ash, Pikachu, and Dedenne are lying back in a shady nook, enjoying a well-earned rest before Ash heads for Snowbell City and his 8th gym battle. Bonnie is playing with a light green creature she calls Squishy. Squishy is not recognizable as a Pokemon, not appearing in any Pokedex. It feeds on sunlight and is in fact a core Zygarde. Loving everything cute, Bonnie starts to sing to Squishy. Squishy and me, nuzzling cheeks, best friends forever. We're so happy, I promise I'll never leave Squishy. Sweet little Squishy, here's my song for you, my sweet Squishy. That's you. What the friends don't realize is that they are all being watched from the shadows. Team Rocket has a special cube computer that puts them in touch with their boss Giovanni at headquarters. Sir, there's something you need to know of the utmost importance, says Jessie, jumping at the sight of her superior. That's right. There is an evil organization that stands in Team Rocket's way of conquering the world, and they're located here in Kalos, adds James. Describing the red outfits and sunglasses, Giovanni knows straight away who they are talking about. Meowth chips in. They are after a certain kind of Pokemon which is brand new. He shows the boss's picture of a green creature. It looks like Bonnie's Squishy. Then catch it. You must catch it before they do, commands Giovanni. So Team Rocket set off on a mission in their Meowth balloon to find this mysterious organization, hoping for a big pat on the back from their boss. Back by the riverside, Pancham and Chespin want to play with Squishy, who seems more interested in sleeping. The little green creature hops over the rocks in the river to find more secluded spot, but when it tries to sleep, it seems to have nightmares of a more scary time. A dragon-type Duragon Pokemon explodes from the ground, roars and chases the little creature until it is snapped out of its bad dream by Bonnie, who wonders why it is so sad. Perhaps another one of her Squishy songs will cheer it up. Settling back down to sleep to Bonnie's lullaby, Squishy is right back in its nightmare. What Squishy is seeing is one of his friends, known as Z2, being captured nearby. It turns out that Mabel and Elena from Team Flare are out to catch the little green creature, confronting it in a canyon. In a desperate bid to escape, Z2 attempts to camouflage itself. It works at first, but a laser beam from Mabel puts a stop to that. This is Mabel, Doctor. The beam is very effective, she tells Zero Sick from Team Flare, who is back at the headquarters. Of course, the beam's my invention after all. Mega Evolution energy is proving how useful it is once again, boasts the scientist. All right, time to go, says Mabel, as she reaches for Z2, but the little creature has other ideas. Leaping into the air in a bid to escape, Elena commands Duragon to use Slash on the tiny creature. Then Maple commands Weevil to attack too, defending itself. Z2 performs a special move that sucks in green cell energy from all around. Becoming more powerful with every second that passes. With an explosion, the tiny Z2 transforms into the Pokemon Zygarde in its 10% dog-like form. The newly formed Zygarde starts attacking the Duragon, while Zero Sick watches excitedly from the back at headquarters. Maple and Elena command their Pokemon to attack. Use Dragon Pulse, screams Elena to Duragon. Use Metal Claw, screams Elena to Weevil, while the entire Team Flare force open fire on new Pokemon. But none of them are a match for the might of Zygarde, and the new Pokemon sends a purple blast of energy rippling through the canyon. What do you think you're doing? This is our chance to catch it. While the beam is still affecting it, exclaims Zeosic. Understood, replies Mabel, and the battle goes on. Team Rocket are strolling through the trees of Kalos looking for people they have nicknamed the Eyewear Gang. But having no luck finding them, then James stumbles upon a little creature, Squishy. They all wonder together, no, its markings are different. Perhaps Squishy of a different color, says James. Thinking they have come across a rare Squishy, the team attempt to capture it, but Squishy has other ideas. It sends out a flash of energy that freezes the gang on the spot. When they smash their icy covering to break free, Team Flare has arrived. The Glasses gang returns, exclaims James. Here we go. Who are you? Barks Maple, while Jesse and James reply with a Team Rocket motto. Prepare for trouble, here we go indeed, and make it double as you recede, to protect the world from devastation, to unite all people within our nation. Those gaudy glasses are a complete waste. The one thing you lack is taste. It's Jesse and it's James. Team Rocket blasts off with clear 2020 vision. Surrendering now would be a most prudent decision. Team Flare hasn't got time for the foolish antics of Team Rocket and simply get out of their blaster guns, firing Z2. Team Rocket leap into the beam to protect their Pokemon prize, sending out Inkay to retaliate with a Psy-beam. It does the trick, stopping the blast. Maple sends out Duragion again. Use Metal Claw, she commands. Jessie releases her Pokemon. Alright, Gourgeist, use Seed Bomb. The Pokemon attack each other as the dust clouds build. When the dust settles, Team Rocket and Squishy have gone, leaving Maple to explain to Xerosic that they have failed to capture Z2. Searching for someone nearby who could help Team Flare out, Xerosic turns to Lysandre. There is someone, but this person is But we don't find out who it is. Deep in a dark canyon, Team Rocket has been running to escape from Team Flare. They have Squishy with them. The little green creature seems to be in pain, but then Meowth remembers that Squishy needs sunshine to get their energy. They are all in the dark. Time for some tanning, says James, and they set off to find a good spot for sunbathing. Placing the little creature into direct sunlight, James can see the greenness return to its skin. Success! You're green with health, as James and Meowth rejoice that the boss will be pleased. An ice beam hits Jessie, turning her hand into an ice cube. It's Team Flare. They have tracked them down. Team Flare wants to battle, sending out Weevil with a Metal Claw move. Each team is desperate to get Squishy back to their headquarters. Team Rocket don't hang around for a battle. They are already running in the opposite direction, giving chase. Weevil's move blasts Team Rocket out of hiding. Elena commands Duragion to perform Dragon Pulse, but Wobbuffet is quick to respond, performing its Miracoat move that gives double damage. Out of the dust cloud, a Poochyena, Sneasel, Skorupi, and Duragidion all dash toward Team Rocket, while Weevil leaps into the air and performs an Icy Wind move, sending the team cowering to cover from a cold blast. As Team Flare prepare to retrieve Z2, Jessie sends out her Gourgeist with a Dark Pulse move. It's a battle between Gourgeist and Weevil, with Metal Claw going up against the Dark Pulse. Then Inkay gets involved with a Psy-beam, and Duragion is back with Slash. All of this battling over one tiny green creature. Jessie screams a command, Gourgeist, Leech Seed, let's go, sending a root rumbling along the canyon floor. Up and around the unsuspecting Duragion, tightening around the Dragon-type Pokemon's chest. Weevil's Metal Claw slashes the root to pieces, and everyone in Team Flare attack at once. Z2 has had enough of the rival teams battling over it, and starts to suck in green cell energy from all around, like it did before. This time, as the energy is absorbed by the tiny green creature, it evolves into Zygarde 50%, taking the shape of a green and black snake-like Pokemon with hexagonal eyes. What is that thing? Screams Jessie. Oh boy, Elena yells into the chaos. It's really mad. The Zygarde knows how to stop both teams attacking it and performs a Dragon Pulse, sending both Team Flare and Team Rocket and all of their Pokemon flying in all directions. As the dust clears, Zygarde 50% is left standing in a giant crater. That power is the real deal, exclaims Elena. This is not going to end the same as it did in Terminus Cave, adds Mabel. As Doragion and Weevils grow up to Zygarde, the powerful Pokemon starts another Dragon Pulse. Oh no, not again, exclaims Elena. But before Zygarde can release its special move, a flamethrower move blasts into it. It's Charizard. Just in the nick of time, says Xerosic back at Team Flare HQ. It's Elaine and his Charizard. Brought in by Xerosic to help out Team Flare. Team Rocket recognized the Charizard too. I'll buy you some time. Be ready, Elaine tells Mabel and Elena. Now, Charizard, use Dragon Claw. As he steps out into the open, Team Rocket recognize Elaine too. This is no basic Charizard. Elaine commands his Pokemon to Mega Evolve. Respond to my heart, Keystone. Beyond evolution, Mega Evolve. This has now become a colossal battle between Zygarde 50% and Mega Charizard X. Quick, block its attack. Elaine yells at the new Black Charizard. The new Mega Evolved Pokemon charge headlong into each other, sending pulse waves of blasting energy out. Team Flare use their blaster beams on Zygarde too, still hoping to capture the creature. Mega Charizard X is sent smashing into the canyon walls over and over again, and Zygarde appears to increase in power with each blast. Guess it won't be as easy to defeat as I hoped, says Elaine, as he wonders how to approach the battle next. With Zygarde 50% growing, Mabel commands Team Flare to use full power and multiple beams into the creature at once, returning it to the size of a squishy again. That little tyke belongs to us, James exclaims, as Mabel produces a box to capture the creature in. But Weevil and Doragion soon put a stop to Team Rocket's actions, sending them flying into the air once more. We're blasting off again, shout Team Rocket, and then they are gone. Placing Z2 into the box, Maple conforms to Xerosic that the creature is theirs. Yes, we finally succeeded, he declares. Elaine congratulates Charizard on a good job. Turning to Elaine, Mabel says, thanks to you, we completed our mission successfully. But Elaine is not so complimentary. Why the help? You answer to Lysandre and Lysandre alone. He gave me a direct order, and that was to catch Z2, replied Elaine. Meanwhile, Team Rocket have to explain to their boss Giovanni that they let Squishy fall through their fingers, so they tell him about the new species that transforms into an incredibly powerful Pokemon. Then the branch they are lying on snaps and they fall to the ground. Back by the riverside, Bonnie Squishy is still looking sad, unable to get any response from the other Squishy it could detect nearby. Bonnie picks it up to comfort it. Team Flare has advanced their operation, and the wheels of fate have begun to turn. Lysandre has claimed Zygarde for himself, drawing the Kalos region ever closer to devastation. Okay, and that's it. Now, I will admit, it's been a little while since I've read this out. The next part is the Pokemon quiz. I look here because that's where the thing is. The next part is the Pokemon quiz part 2, which is this. Quiz part 2. I'm not going to read it out. I'm going to be honest. Like, I've never read through any of the Pokemon annuals at all. And it's kind of boring, isn't it? Like, it's just like, why can't it just have its like own original stories? Why does it have to like recite what's happening in the anime? And it's just a bit silly, to be honest. And then the pages I skipped are basically like puzzle and stuff like that. So obviously you can't really do them like this. And then it's got like a search and find. Like, I guess you meant to cut these out. A to Z of Pokemon. Okay, so it has Pokemon in alphabetical order. Okay. Shows what, like, legendary Pokemon. They had Articuno on there. Cobalion. I will apologize if I'm saying Doragion's name incorrectly. It's a newer Pokemon, and most of my knowing how to say a certain Pokemon's name was watching the anime when I was younger. So I'm only really familiar because I watched Pokemon Indigo League to Master Quest. And then after that, it was just kind of intermittent, like Advanced and Advanced Battle and all those. I just kind of here and there watched, and then pretty much like Gen 4 onwards, I would say. I just didn't watch in terms of anime. Oh, actually, there's different ones. You have legendary like Dialga, and apparently Diancie is a mythical Pokemon. You see how it says? What am I looking at? These legendary for Dialga, but then you can see in the little bit further down, it's mythical for. Okay, don't know what the difference is. I think they all count as legendary Pokemon, to be honest. Oh, we got Giratina. Yeah, it's just showing you like Pokemon from A to, I guess, Z. Apparently, Jirachi, Keldeo, and Hoopa are mythical, but Kyurem, Landorus, and Kyogre, as well as Latios and Latios, are legendary. Who am I to say? Oh, they all got Megas in here as well. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool being able to see all the little Megas. I'm not massively familiar with Mega Evolution, to be honest, because I don't think I really used it in the games that had it. So Mewtwo's a legendary Pokemon, but Mew's a mythical Pokemon. I can understand Mew being a mythical Pokemon. But to me, what makes well, they got all the Porygons. There they are. Porygon's my favorite Pokemon, so Porygon. Porygon was created from programming code, and it can return to that form to navigate cyberspace. It can't be copied like regular data. Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is the product of human ingenuity. Programmed with artificial intelligence, it is capable of learning new things. Porygon Z. Changes in its programming were intended to allow Porygon Z to travel to other dimensions, but something went awry during the upgrade, and it began behaving erratically. Okay. Porygon's my favorite Pokemon because back then it was not just Pokemon and it wasn't just Pokemon. It was not just Pokemon who had Digimon as well. And I always considered that Porygon is technically a Digimon as well, because it is probably the only Pokemon that is also a digital monster. So, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, it's just showing all the different Pokemon, and then after that, it just shows the answers to all the questions at the end. It's kind of boring, to be honest. It's a picture at the back. I don't think well, there isn't really much besides the quiz part 2 left to read in that book, and I don't think I'll read any more of that particular book, but it was interesting to see. I don't know if I'll read any other Pokemon annuals. I'll see if I can find some of the older ones and compare to see, because that is probably one of the newer ones that I have. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of videos for this channel. I'm just going to spitball, mix around. You know, videos aren't getting any views. I don't really care. I'm just going to play around, really, basically. So yeah, I mean, ASMR or whatever. Yeah. Like, subscribe, please. Sure. Bye.